Day 2, live from the World Short Course Championships in Budapest. Today we've got Tom, Coach Tom Rushton, here with athletes from 4 countries.
Five athletes, 4 countries, yeah.
And we're going to talk about finals tonight. You had one swimmer race tonight.
Yeah.
It was a semi-final, so we're not going to cover it as detailedly, but Siobhan safely made the 100 freestyle final.
Yeah, she did 51.8 and 4th in the first semi. I actually guessed 51.7, so I was pretty close, but I did not think that would be 4th in the first semi. It's a rapid semi. Second semi was less deep. It wasn't slower.
Faster to win,
but
much slower for second.
Yeah. So she's through 5th again.
Yep, but turning our heads to the actual finals, it all kicked off with the 100 backstrokes. First one, women's 100 backstroke.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well, as somebody with a Canadian passport, I was cheering on Ingrid and Kylie, watching them, and Ingrid got the 3rd place, so that was exciting. And the American girls were real good. I think there was a pretty big gap between the 2 Americans and then the rest of the field. And the rest of the field was quite tight. But unfortunately, no world record. I think everyone's, after last night, every world record's going to fall. But, Reagan was fantastic. She was very good. Mm-hmm. Just a couple, I think, 0.2 off her best.
0.3. She's 54.5. Best is 54.2 now. Kat Burkhoff must have been a PB, 54.9.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
I'd presume it's a PB. It's a very good swim. 54 is a great swim.
Yeah.
Before the ISL a few seasons ago, when Minna Atherton went 54.8, the world record was Katinka's at 55.0, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it was Katinka's, I can't remember the time.
Yeah, I think it was 55.0. So and 55.7 for bronze. That took us to the men's 100 backstroke, which, again, not a world record, but a brilliant race.
Yeah.
And the reintroduction to athletes from Russia at a world stage.
World junior record.
Was the lad's name Miron?
Miron, yeah. Libinitsky of
Miron.
Sorry. Yeah.
It looked like Hubert's race, right? Hubert in front of the home crowd led for 80 meters.
He looks really good. It was really close, though. And I was on the side watching because Siobhan's race was up next. And I think that there are 2 different strategies per 25. There were definitely places where one would be ahead, places where the other would be ahead, and it was almost a dead heat, really.
Hubert was underwater longer, right?
Yeah, he was better on the underwaters. I thought that the Russian athlete, whose name I can't remember, unfortunately, he was better into the wall, and he was a little bit better, obviously, on the swimming, and that's why he got a touch.
He's born in 2006, which means it's December, so he's probably 18. Still a young lad, hence the world junior record, and I've seen in the Russian national results they've had over the last couple of years, he beats Klement Kolesnikov a lot, short course and long course. So that's no easy feat. They both went 48.7. There was 3 100% in it, 48.7, 6 and 7.9, but something like that. And then a new Polish record for Kasper Stakowski in bronze.
Yeah.
And then the next finals were 50 fly, which obviously we've seen 3 world records
in between. A lot of semis.
100 breaststroke, 100 freestyle.
Yeah.
Women's 50 fly?
Women's 50 fly was, I think everyone was hoping for another world record. I think there was a lot of hoping for world records tonight, and a lot of, it's hard to be disappointed when, even in the women's 100 breaststroke, which we didn't talk about, 1/100th off the world record, but actually 4th fastest performance of all time. But, it's hard to be disappointed with those type of swims, but after last night, I think everyone just was so pumped off the world records. And women's 50 butterfly, Gretchen was fantastic. I was impressed with her consistency to be 24.0 to 23.9, 24.0.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really good, and that kind of shows where she's at compared to, I think in the summer she had some amazing performances, but I think she would be the first to admit that she didn't have the best performances at the best times. And here, she's done a great job of being very consistent.
And like yesterday, she's on the 50 fly morning, 50 fly afternoon, and then the 4x1 freestyle relay. Tonight, it was flipped. So she had the 100 free semi, where she was on a PB of 50.4. Not directly before the 100 free 50 fly final, but it was before. There was a decent enough gap, but it was before. Yeah. And interestingly, USA opted to not use her in the mixed 4x50 medley relay, which they ended up getting bronze in. That was the last race of the night, but neutral athletes B, which is Russia. Russia won that gold medal. Canada was second, USA third, but USA not opting for an 18, which was...
I mean, it does, when you look at it, it looks questionable, but, it's not a massive competition like Paris. Not
3
9
days left,
yeah.
right?
But it's 4 days left. There's 3 days less than there is, yes.
Yeah.
But it's still 6 days, and some of the athletes who have a big slate of individual events are obviously the best athletes, so they're going to have a lot of call for relays. And I think the nations have to be very cognizant of that because there are so many relays here. And, it's exciting, it's an exciting meet, but it is less important. And the people who are stars were stars in Paris, and they're going to be stars in Singapore in the summer. So I think there's probably some decisions made around how to protect the athletes from overswimming. And you see that, like Gretchen swam 2 events tonight.
Yep.
She swam a lot last night, and she's going to have a lot of swims coming up. So if it was the back end of the meet, I'm sure they would use whoever they wanted. The front end of the meet, you have to make some decisions around, who swims what. And I think I'm guessing that probably some of that was, just protecting them for later on.
Last thing on the mixed medley relay, I'm going to pull one split from that. Ilya Kroon split 20.73 on the 50 butterfly leg. Not the freestyle, butterfly. 20 point, that's the fastest split in history. The first man to go 20 point on butterfly, and well worth a note in this video. And back to the men's 50 fly, that was the next final, and we finally got a world record. Probably not a surprise, it's probably his 5th world record in this event, 4th or 5th? Fourth world record since the start of the World Cups. Also, have you noticed this thing they're doing? They're doing a double crown. So if you won all 3 of the World Cup stops, you got a 10 grand bonus, which they called the the crown.
The crown, yeah.
And then now if you win the World Short Course, you get a double crown, so it's another 10 grand bonus. So NOE set the world record for 25 grand and got the double crown for another 10 grand and probably 15 grand for winning the race. So it's probably a 50 grand race for him tonight.
Yeah, plus the fact that winning the original crown in the World Cups, you get 10 grand plus the prize money. So it's pretty interesting. They didn't have the double crown or whatever they're calling this one in the past. So this is the first time they're doing it, and I like the way that it kind of brings the World Cups into relevance later on in the season as well. Otherwise, it's like that was the thing that happened and people forgot about it. But yeah, it's really good. It'd be interesting to see how many people are able to get that extra prize money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Regan got it tonight in the 100 backstroke, and NOE got it in the 50 butterfly. New world record, 21.32. Beautiful swim. Big celebrations. Ilya Kroon touched out Niels Kostanje by 0.01 for silver and bronze, 21.67, 21.68, which makes him the second, third fastest performers of all time, although Niels is second because he was quicker in the prelims. Both quicker than the world record of Nick Santos and Seb Shabo, which stood till like 6 weeks ago. And the last final of the night, the women's 800 freestyle. Something that you would probably say was like a fairly empty field on paper. No Katie Ledecky, who's obviously the standout middle distance swimmer. No Summer in it.
You could say that in some ways, but Lani Palsto's a great athlete. She's a great swimmer, and I think because she's Australian, obviously she's somewhat overshadowed by some of the great Australian freestylers, and then obviously competing during Katie Ledecky's reign. So she's definitely up against some great competitors, but she is a great swimmer, and it's great to see her getting a chance to shine. I mean, even her 400 was fantastic.
3:53 yesterday, right?
Fantastic swim. It actually broke Ariane's, Oceania record, but Australian record for sure.
Yeah.
So she swam well, and I think that's really exciting for her and for her mom, who's a coach. Yeah.
It was an 8:01, only 3 seconds adrift of the world record of Katie Ledecky, 2 seconds off the world record before that, which was, I'm pretty sure, Maria Belmonte, who is one of the short course swimmers of all time, right? Is she still the 4am world record holder? Is Maria? It's not Tinica's, it's Maria's, right?
I think she might have it for another few days. Yes.
Yeah. Who's doing the 4am here?
Summer McIntosh.
Summer McIntosh. Yeah, wow.
She's a pretty good swimmer. I don't know if you know her.
Yeah,
Canadian girl, actually.
Canadian Summer McIntosh. No.
Belmonte also has a tuner fly, I believe.
Short course, it's like 1:59, right? Yeah. And that was tonight. Just to finish off the podium in the women's 800 free, Isabel Goes of Germany, silver, and bronze was Katie Grimes. I think they were 8:05s, both of them, quite close. Great racing. Only one world record, but I mean, reality-wise, that's still great.
But you also had you have to, Gretchen was 0.4 faster than the previous world record from yesterday. Chen Ting was 1/100th off the world record.
100 breaststroke. And in this morning, Jordan Crooks was 0.1, 44.95, which is joint third fastest performer of all time with Vlad Morozov. 0.01 off the 2008 world record of Anne-Marie Laveau, 44.94, and obviously just off of 44.8 from Kyle Chalmers. Maybe we'll talk about them being world records tomorrow night.
Let's
Maybe.
see.
Cheers for watching. Like, subscribe. Bye-bye.